All of you, hope you guys are great. So in the last video we have worked on our footer component, so I believe that you guys have watched that. In this video we're going to start working on our next component. So you can see this is how things looks. So we have our logo button, this is the logo, this is the button, this is the card component we have, beautiful, and this is the footer component we have worked in the last photo. Everything is working fine. Now let's come back in our code editor, and here we are in the layout. Come back here, go back to the component. So we have done with the card component, we are done with the footer component. So let's work on the checkbox component. So let's click on that. We have to import couple of things from React. So we need React, we have to do the internal import. In that we have to import the CSS file. Then we have to work on our checkbox. So it's going to receive couple of props because we're going to provide 3 checkbox, and when the user will click in any one of the checkbox, we have to get the data of that particular checkbox. So we'll take the category, set category, we'll receive in the component as a props. Then we're going to return the component. So we'll say label, it will have a class called material checkbox. It will have a on-click function, and on the on-click function we have to simply set the category. We'll come here, we'll take this input, and it's going to be a type checkbox. We'll take a span, it will have a class called check mark. Then we'll take this dynamic block, we'll take the actual, then we have to display the data of our category, and then close the label box, and that's it. That's the only piece of code we have to write here in the checkbox. So save it. This looks pretty fine. Now hope you guys are at the same spot where I am right now. We have built this beautiful component, and now we can start working on the CSS. Click on this, come back to the CSS file, the material checkbox, display flex, align item center, font size 16 pixels, color this, cursor is going to be a pointer. Come down, we'll target the material checkbox input type checkbox. We'll say position absolute, opacity 0, width 0, height 0. Come down, we'll take the check mark, position relative, display inline block, width 20 pixels, height 20 pixels, margin right 12 pixels, border 2 pixels solid, and we'll have this color. Then we'll take the border radius 4 pixels, transition all 0.3 second. Then we'll come material checkbox input type checkbox checked, and we'll tag the check mark. We'll take the background color, then we'll take the border color. We'll come down, we'll target the material checkbox input type checkbox checked, and check mark after. And here we have to type the content, position absolute, top 2 pixels, left 6 pixels, width 4 pixels, height 10 pixels, border radius solid, color this, border width 0 2 pixels 2 pixels 0, transform rotate itna degree 45 degree. Come down, we'll tag the material checkbox input type check, focus check mark. We'll say box shadow 0 0 0 2 pixels and the color. We'll come down, we'll target the material checkbox over input type checkbox and check mark. Border color is going to be our this color, second primary color. Then we'll come down, material checkbox input type checkbox, disable check mark, and here we have to tag the opacity to 0.5. Cursor not allowed, material checkbox input type checkbox disable check mark over, border color, and that looks pretty good. So that's the entire CSS we have written for the checkbox. So this is fine, look fine, check mark, this is the material checkbox input, this is the checked, close this one we have, this looks pretty good, this one. So this is the entire CSS we have written. Hope things are making sense to all of you guys. Close this one, and now we have to import the component. So we are done with this. Let's import the component called checkbox. Bring this here, and that's what we're going to simply take it here. So what we can do, we'll take this paragraph, We'll say checkbox, and here we have to display our component. Close this one, and what we can do is, this looks pretty good to me. Come here, and here we have the checkbox down here. So let's come here, get this one, cut and paste here. Looks fine. Reload the browser, and this is the component we have. You can see on over effect we are having this color, and we can click and we can check. So things are looking absolutely fine. The function is not there, that's why we are getting this error, but you can see its animation styling is absolutely, thing is looking fine. Looks pretty good. Reload the browser, and that's good. I really like it. So with that, we are done with this entire checkbox. Hope you guys have found this video valuable. If you still have any confusion, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section, and try to rewatch. This is a really very good practice for you to do to increase your knowledge about CSS and the styling of the component. So make sure to follow this. With that, we are done with the checkbox. I hope you guys have found this video valuable and you have built this amazing beautiful checkbox with the help of custom CSS. It's a really good practice for you to work on the CSS and improve your skills and knowledge, that how you can build any component, any styling with the help of CSS, pure CSS, without using any library. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. Let's move to the next video. In that, we're going to build other component.